So hello, everybody. I want to welcome you to Discovering Take Shape for Life, what we call our trilogy presentation. My name is Dr. J.C. Dornick. I'm honored to be here with you tonight. And also, I want to congratulate all of you for being here during a time where most people are kind of checking out. So congratulations for being a different person and checking in during the holiday season, because what we know is that popular idea of the January New Year's resolution doesn't seem to be working out too well over the years. So I want to congratulate you for taking the road less traveled. So we're going to do a quick little presentation. Should be done within about 30 minutes. I'm going to quickly start with my story. We're going to have some amazing stories of transformation and just inspirational people that have just, really, as we say, ordinary people doing extraordinary things, meaning doing things that are not normally perceived as possible. So excited to hear from them. We'll explain the basics of how they did it, and then we'll say goodnight. So just quickly, this is me in May of 2007, back in a time where, I was practicing as a health professional, but I had back pain and knee pain, which is kind of funny being a chiropractor. That little kid with the shovel is my son Jackson, and he's smiling. The other kid that's screaming is a kid I picked up out of the sand to cover my left love handle. So this is a picture of me on a beautiful sunny beach in North Carolina at a time where I used to swim with my shirt on. So there was a host of things wrong, including the fact that I said no to just about everything. I had every excuse in the book. By the grace of God, somebody came into my life, and I just was ready for it. I was ready for change. And I went on the program, and as you can see, I show you a picture with my shirt off only because I want to just show you that not only did I lose weight, but I actually felt comfortable taking my shirt off for the first time. But I lost about 55 pounds, and that happened over about 3 months' time. So that was dramatic. But it wasn't until I really embraced the program that you're about to hear about and looked upstream at why I was eating wrong. We all think that our problem sometimes is that we need to lose weight, but our program has an amazing approach to that. That's cost effective, that's nutritionally sound, doctor supervised, and it works fast. But another thing that it does with the help of your support and your coach is it helps you look upstream as to why you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing. So, I was depressed, I was overworked, you name it. I was experiencing that. So I was reacting to that stressful time by eating, right? So I lost 55 pounds, and then when I had that awakening, I realized that I wanted to get healthy. So this is that was my before picture, my after picture, and I guess what we could call my after picture. And health looks different for everybody, but for me, I just said, hey man, I'm in my 40s. I want to see how healthy I can get. So I'm happy to say that 9.5 years later, I've kept my weight off. So this program not only helped me get healthy, but it really transformed my life to a point where, I literally look at life differently. I have a different relationship with food. I spend more time with my children and what matters most. So I want to get into some of these amazing stories right here. And first, I just want to share with you who is Take Shape for Life. This is this organization, this community that helped me. They're mothers, fathers, families, they're health professionals of all ages, gender, and they're people that care because they've been through some form of health transformation, or they have a passion for health and helping other people. So that's who Take Shape for Life is, because we know that we can't do it alone. Our motto, in fact, is that we're better together. So when you come into Take Shape for Life, you typically have that one-dimensional thing you're looking for, but you get subjected to this amazing community, including some of these people you're about to meet, and that makes the difference. That's the X factor. So it's my honor and privilege to introduce two very, very special people, Patti and Rick. And as you can see here in their pictures, they've lost quite a amount of weight, but I'm going to let them take it away. Patti and Rick, are you there?
We're here.
Awesome. Well, welcome and thanks for being with us. And, it's just so amazing to know you personally. I feel like it's like knowing a celebrity. But please, take some time and just share with us your story about where you were and what the program did and how life looks now.
Well, back in the day, I used to be running half marathons in shape and, very active and fit. And then life happened and I got lazy and ate whatever I wanted to, quit working out, and through the years, it just added up and up and up and up. And I went to see my eye doctor. My eye doctor said, you should go get your A1C checked. So I went to see Sue Griffith. She's the physician assistant in my doctor's office, and she recommended that I do Take Shape for Life, and I started it, and my start date was July 11th of this year, and I weighed in at 238 pounds, and but I was diagnosed with diabetes, type 2 diabetes, and I was also had high blood pressure, and I'm not one to take medicine, and I'm young, and I didn't want to do that. And Rick happened to be with me, and he said, I'll do it too. And so we started July 11th at 238 pounds is my start weight, and I have lost 78 pounds as of this morning. And Rick has lost 67.
67 as of this morning as well. I also had a high A1C. It wasn't high enough for me to start taking medication. It was at, I don't know, for those of you familiar with it, it was at 6.0, which is definitely borderline. And when Patti decided to go on this diet to change her life, I mean, I was actually excited to do it. And it's paid off. I mean, I've lost 67 pounds. I've had to buy a new belt. I feel so much better about myself. It's amazing, you know, and I'm always happy to tell people what's going on. I sometimes think that people look at me at work. I've been to work a long time, see these people all the time. And I sometimes think that they look at me and think, well, I wonder if he's sick. He's lost so much weight. You know? I'm always happy to tell them that, no, this is the plan I'm on, and, you know, you can do the same thing. And just my energy level has really improved. I mean, our house is already decorated for Christmas. So usually I'll wait till like 2 days before Christmas. So.
Yeah, I feel good. I have energy. I have people stopping me at work saying, "Oh my God, where are you going? You're disappearing." And I felt so good, you know, and just the energy level is amazing, and the sleep is amazing, and I don't get out of breath running up and down the stairs at work now. Before I take the elevator all the time, and now I can run up and down the stairs and, you know, check my little steps on my phone, and you know, I'm pretty proud that I'm not having a heart attack at the end of the day.
And I'm happy about that, by the way.
Yeah, it's been a blessing, and I'm so thankful for Sue to introduce me to this, and
yeah, me too. I mean, it's been a lot. It's been great going through it together because we support each other and celebrate each other's wins, and always anxious to hear in the morning what she weighs, you know, and it's always fun. It's always good news.
Oh, that's so amazing. You know, it's such a joy and pleasure to watch people, you know, go through these transformations. And, you know, there's so much more to it than weight loss. You know, there's this, you know, change of a person. I mean, I'm looking at these pictures and I almost don't even believe that they are the old and new versions of you two. Just so amazing. So congratulations. Really, really amazing. And thanks so much for sharing with us.
Thank you.
Sure.
So our next guests are actually Mike and Debbie, and they've lost collectively 100 pounds, but Mike and Debbie seem to be having some computer problems. So what I'm going to do is tell you a couple of things about them. And, well, it says that they're going to be back. Mike and Debbie, are you there? Did they make it? Okay, well, if they do come in, we can always go back to it. I'll just proceed. But Mike and Debbie are just two amazing people, and I sure hope that they manage to get on here because obviously you can see they have an amazing health transformation that goes way, way bigger than, you know, the physical. And, you know, they have this beautiful story to share about their family, and you know, there's so many additional things that have happened, you know, to these people as a result. You know, like I said about myself, you know, losing weight was all I thought that I needed to do. But, you know, post losing weight, it unveiled this opportunity for me to completely change my life, you know. So I think Mike and Deb, did you get on? Are you there?
I think we are.
All right, we did it. All right. Well, that was an interesting little thing to have happen there. So Mike and Debbie, I was just trying to ad lib a little bit and talk about you guys, which is easy because you're such wonderful people. So tell us a little bit about your story, of health transformation, where you were, what the program did, and where you are now.
We just finished our 40th year of marriage. We're celebrating our 40th, working on 41 in January. It's been a crazy, crazy, crazy year. Much like the last 5 minutes here this year has been. So during the course of this year, through different episodes, different things, we just reassessed ourselves and felt like we needed to get healthy. Along with that, we were in our church congregation, a good friend, Stephen Donay. We were watching what was going on with Stephen in his life and massive amounts of weight that he was losing, and caught my eye and had conversations with him. And Stephen began to share with me and with Debbie about Take Shape for Life and what was working for him. And I saw something that I believed would work for us. We've tried different things with very, very limited success, but we were just at a place that we were ready to do something and needed a little hope. Didn't think that we would ever find anything that would really work like this. And we've been absolutely amazed and just tremendously pleased and so thankful for what we saw in Stephen and the family that we found in Take Shape for Life and the great support that we found.
So what about that pretty woman next to you?
41 years almost.
Well, I just did it because he wanted to do it. And I was on the elevator one morning with Stephen and noticed Stephen, and that, sparked a conversation. And from there, we talked about Take Shape for Life, and we watched Stephen for a couple of weeks and maybe a month or two. And so when Mike wanted to try, I'm thinking, sure, we'll try. It won't hurt us to try. And so we received our product, and after the first week, I had lost 6 pounds. And I'm thinking, okay, I can do this again. So I tried another week, and then now it's been since June. And thankfully, very, very thankfully, 50 pounds later, and it's like, Mike said, just be honest about how much you've lost. And it's like, I don't tell anybody I've lost 50 pounds. I am excited about it. However, if you ever hear the word obese and someone's talking to you, that is just the worst word someone can say. However, it does get your attention. So anyway, I am just so thankful doing for our life, and that we are trying to take shape to continue living longer. So, but it's wonderful. And I do love the products. I love the product. So, it works great. So.
Well, I know that this was a big thing for you to just finally announce that what you've lost. But it's funny. That's why I see Mike smiling right there. He's like, that's my girl. But it's funny how much we talk about in life what we've lost in a positive way, but what it really means is what we've gained. And tell me a little bit about that what's going on in those pictures there and on the side there, the family.
Okay, I get to jump in first this time. Okay, those are all of our beautiful grandchildren. We have 6 beautiful granddaughters and 1 grandson, and that is a lot to live for, because they pour into our lives just so much, and we want to be able to pour into their lives. And Mike uses this phrase, and he'll say it, he wants to push them around at Disney in strollers or whatever. He doesn't want them pushing him around, because we have, unfortunately, we were able to push my mom and my dad around at Disney, but we don't want our children and our grandchildren to be pushing us around. We're going to, we have been able to, continue on a journey of getting healthy and, making rightful decisions. And that's where we want to continue. So for all those little grandchildren, as well as each other, I finally got him trained. So we got to leave it this way. So anyway, we're just very thankful, for the family of Take Shape for Life.
Oh, thank you so much. That's so beautiful. We're brought up in this world thinking that what we need to do is have willpower, but what you just confirmed is that it's Y power that gets us through the day. So let's talk a little bit about how they did it, right? So basically, myself and all of these people did this goof-proof program that we have, because we very often come into it with a focus on wanting to lose weight. When it comes to health, we say, yeah, that'd be nice. But, as you heard from some of these stories, that's not something that really seems possible, because our concepts and our reference points tell us that everything else didn't work. But we put everybody on the optimal weight 5 and 1. Now, what that means is you're going to eat 6 times a day. You're going to eat 5 what we call healthy fuelings, and I'll get into that a little bit, and 1 lean and green meal. Key things to understand there is everything that you're eating is on the go, it's easy, and in a goof-proof fashion, it's taking care of calories and nutrition. Now, that's real key to understand, is it's real important to not just deprive yourself. It's important to eat every 3 hours, regulating your blood sugar. For all of you that eat the wrong way, very often you haven't eaten in 4 or 5 hours, blood sugar drops, and that's why you eat something wrong. And then also there's this idea of just eating because you're hungry. Very often you become malnourished. So on this program, you're going to eat every 3 hours. You're going to get a perfect macronutrient footprint. Most of the foods that you're eating, and you're choosing from like almost 100 different things, of our fuelings, our healthy fuelings, and then you're going to make this 1 lean and green. So that's all you got to really do is think about that 1 lean and green, and you're going to be losing quite rapidly. You heard those stories, and we're supposed to say results not typical, but hey, I lost 70 pounds in just about 4 months, 9.5 years ago. So this program right here not only helped me do that, but it helped me, learn how to eat. With the help of my coach, and I'll get into that a little bit, but that nutrition also brought mental clarity, and that's when I started making those breakthroughs. And what's my favorite way to eat right now? Lean and green. So how do we keep it off, and what do we do after the 5 and 1? Well, a lot of people come into it and they're worried about if the program's going to help them lose weight, but then they start to worry because the weight comes off. Then they start to worry about what they're always worried about: is, can I keep it off? So not only are you going to keep it off, but you're going to stay in this realm. Hold on one second. I'm going to mute everybody. You're going to stay in this realm of a structure where you're still eating 5 to 6 times a day, and we move you to a plan that's called the 3 and 3. Now you're going to start eating more lean and green, and that's that protein source with vegetables. There's breakfast items. You're going to reintegrate things into your diet, healthy things, because now you're healthy and you're going to be excited about that. But you're going to use the healthy fuelings. I believe I have some right here. Yeah, I always have these around, because if I don't have one of these around to eat, I might eat something the wrong way, right? That's when my blood sugar goes down because I haven't eaten, or I don't have something healthy to eat. So I still use, for 9.5 years on this 3 and 3 program, I still use a program like that, and these healthy fuelings. So I just want you to understand that this is not diet food. This is food that gets the job done, and it makes it easy. So the key elements of a healthy body, I remember when I first came in, I wanted to lose weight, so I was focused on that blue there, that weight. But also what makes Take Shape for Life unique is we're also focusing on the key elements, which is healthy eating. So we focus on nutrition, eating the right way, healthy motion, healthy sleep, and also stress reduction. I mean, boy, here we are at the time of this presentation. It's December. We just had that crazy political race. People are spending more money than ever. Stress. We're missing, emotionally missing people because it's the holiday season. Stress is at an all-time high. So as you can imagine, that's an important thing to address. So our program has 4 components. You get a health coach, and I'll go over these. You get the Habits of Health educational system. You get tapped into our optimal health community, and also our healthy fueling. So let's just go over those quickly for those of you that are looking at it. And by the way, for those of you that are looking at it right now, just a little side tip, now's the time to get healthy, not wait till January. Because what's going to happen over the next 2 weeks in December is going to be way more powerful than what you think that magic of January is going to be. Just a little side note. So our first component is a health coach. That's a caring person, a knowledgeable person, somebody that most of the time has gone through the program, and they're also going to provide that one-on-one support. Reason why that's important is you're unique. Everybody's different. And we got to get to know you. And we got to get to know your ups and your downs. And we also talk about this as a healthy lifestyle program. Think about it. Your problem is not that you need to lose weight. Your problem is why you're eating unhealthy. So we have to change your habits of disease to habits of health. So we're going to help guide you to change those habits and create healthy habits. And that's what the curriculum is called. And you'll see that in a second. And we're there to encourage you. We're there to pick you up when you fall down. You know, mistakes happen, right? Nobody's perfect. In fact, we actually look forward to those moments where people fall down and get back up, because that's where we learn. You know, this is a lifestyle, lifetime commitment. Remember, I lost my weight 9.5 years ago. And that's why a second component is the habits of health. Dr. A's Habits of Health is an amazing book. It's like the Bible of health. And it takes you through the whole gamut of what you need to do and fix those 6 inches between your ears. You know, we think that this is a neck down problem, but it's really a neck up problem. And that's why we have to learn something. If you look at any time you've done a program and maybe lost some weight but didn't do anything after you gained your weight back, it's probably because you didn't learn new habits. That's what the system is for. And your health coach, that free health coach, is going to help support you in that. And that is going to help contribute to your long-term success. In the beginning, we're all focused on short-term success, you know, and you heard some of their stories. But it's about making small, consistent changes and learning as you go, learning from your mistakes, and that's how we create sustainable results for life. So here's kind of the path of Dr. A's Habits of Health system. In the beginning, for those of you that are just looking at this now, maybe watching it as a recording, you're going to start off by preparing for your journey. You got to get ready. You know, sometimes you got to get ready to get ready. But then after that, when you go on the program, the Optimal Weight 5 and 1, we're going to help you reach a healthy weight. Now, there are statistics about what your weight should be. I didn't even know that I was actually not morbidly obese, but I was obese. You know, my body fat was way, way over. I just thought I was a heavy guy. So we're going to go on that program and we're going to change things up. You're going to use the Optimal Weight 5 and 1, reach a healthy weight. And then after, like I said, you're going to go through a transition process, you know, which doesn't happen overnight. You're going to eat more lean and green and move towards that 3 and 3. And then you're going to be really excited about health. You're going to have mental clarity. You're going to be forgetting things left. You're going to be handling adversity and stress better. And that's when we can really dive in and learn the habits of health. And that's when we talk about optimizing your health for your age, right? You just saw some people that were a little bit out of their 30s, and they're optimizing their health. And they're looking at living a longer, healthier lifestyle. So 3 is the community. You're actually involved in the community right now because there's 31 people on this, and these are people that are all focused on the same thing. We want more, right? We want to live our life to the fullest. You know, we live in a world where most people are trying to do everything they can before they die, but it's not about dying, it's about living. You know, everybody dies, but few people live. So within our community, you get like-minded people. You have access to local and virtual communities, meaning there's live events in your area. There's so many people doing this program. And then there's online events, and there's support just like this. There's nurses' calls, there's doctors' calls, there's educational calls, meetups and things like that to learn the habits of health on those video calls. And then also we have a full-time nutritional support team, and we even have people that handle behavior. But of course, within that community is your health coach. So fueling your body, here's what I want you to think about, almost at the end here, folks. What is needed to make a healthy choice? Think about it. I mean, we meet people all the time that eat. You know, I met somebody the other day that said, you know, I said, what did you eat? And they said, I had a cheeseburger. And I said, well, you know, what was healthy about that? And they said it had ketchup on it. That's made out of tomatoes, right? So let's think for a second. What is really needed to make a healthy choice? These are the things that you need in food. You need protein, vitamins, minerals, fat, fiber, healthy carbs. Now, if you look at some of these diets out there, and we know that diets don't work because they only work when you're on them, right? You got to make these lifestyle changes. But most of them are lacking something. You might get the calories right, but what we know is that you have to have that perfect macronutrient footprint. You got to have the right amount of calories. You got to have ingredients to match your dietary preferences. What does that mean? Some of you have food allergies. Some of you shop in the organic aisle and like premium, you know, food and organic and things like that. Some of you don't care, right? But we've got something for everybody. And we also handle allergies and digestive health. A lot of our products are non-GMO, gluten-free. I mean, lactose, kosher. We meet every need. So we meet you where you're at, and we find out what program and what types of fuelings are best for you. And what I love most is that they're on the go. I mean, I'm a very health conscious person right now, but I'm also a busy person. So I like the fact that I can have something in my bag or even in my pocket. So that's the magic of our healthy fuelings, is all of those things that I just went over are in this. So now that's why I was sharing with you before that this is not diet food. These are healthy choices. That's why 9.5 years later, I'm 45 years old in the best health of my life, and I'm still eating these fuelings because it's a healthy choice. So think about it. What does it take to really succeed in this? Can you succeed in this? Well, can you eat every 3 hours, first of all? I remember when I was a big guy, I said, sure, I could eat a lot. But if you can eat every 3 hours, can you drink water? I don't go anywhere without my water now. I mean, I'll tell you something, water, I never understood how important water was. I thought water was something you drank when you were thirsty. And I think I used to think that soda pop was water. It just was better tasting water with some fizz in it or something. But can you drink water? Do you want the support of someone that cares? And also, do you want to be healthy? I know right now most of you are thinking like I used to about losing weight, but what's on the other side of that is opportunity and potential to get healthy. And that's why we were so excited to have some of those stories. So getting started is easy. You're going to start off by just, contacting the person that invited you to this. That's the health coach. That's the person that's knowledgeable and cares, and they're going to help you. But you're going to order your first month of food. Now, for those of you, like I used to, that right now are saying, hey, I'm going to do something about my health. But I'm going to do it in January. Well, guess what? It takes about 5-7 days to get your program. So you got to engage in that now. In fact, the best thing to do would be engage in it right now. If you really look at Christmas, and you really look at Hanukkah, these are not eating events. We've created that concept. They're events that have to do with, God and Jesus and religion and things like that. So, why do we create this concept? Well, we've created this idea over the years that December is a time to check out. So I'm talking about checking in right now, getting on your program, or at least having it ready for January 1st. And that's what you reach a personal health coach. They're going to guide you. They're going to make it goof-proof. You're going to get your program materials, which includes the Habits of Health system. You're going to get tapped into the support community in any way you like. I know that my mother didn't even use the internet before she started this, but now she's on Facebook. And also get started now so that you can be prepared for then. And just like I said before, get back to the person that invited you to this, and see how Take Shape for Life can help you. Because remember, that's not one size fits all. You're going to have a conversation. They're going to find out what program is right for you. So I want to say thank you so much for everybody that shared tonight. It was a wonderful, time to hear you. I'm happy that Mike and Debbie got on, and I'm going to say good night, and I'll give you an early Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, and Happy New Year. And let's make 2017 the year that we put that whole idea of being unhealthy in the rearview mirror. So thanks. God bless.